Is, as promised, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 o'clock Central Time, and I am here with Ralph Mahana from the Windsor Court Hotel in New Orleans, and very excited to be having this conversation today. Of course, I'm Robin Klein of Klein and Company Travel Consulting. We dropped our son yesterday at Millsaps College and decided that we would take a little road trip afterward. And so we stopped for the night here. And
thank you for doing so.
Yeah. So this is gorgeous. This hotel is fabulous, let me tell you guys. And we have this gorgeous mural behind us as our backdrop today, which we'll get to. We'll talk about it a little bit. But first, just tell us a little bit about the history of the hotel, when it opened, just give us a little rundown.
Yeah. The hotel opened in 1984 during the World's Fair, which was in New Orleans. I believe that February 12th, 1984 was the opening of the hotel. Right. It was really built as an all-suite hotel, so we're 90% suites. Obviously, the art collection, it was built by James J. Coleman, who was an Anglophile who had a deep passion for everything tied to England and British. So we boast a very expensive art collection that is all 16th, 17th history art of that nature. And the hotel is thematically British, but does capture the essence of the true spirit of travel to New Orleans and the culture of the city. We have undergone renovations over the years, and we opened a spa, just some of the newer outlets of the hotel. We have a world-class spa here at the hotel now. We also built a Waterman poolside bar.
Oh, wow. Great.
Which was a fantastic addition as well. And right after Hurricane Katrina, we added a club lounge, which is the top floors of the hotel have access to that club lounge. It during tougher times, it has been open and closed kind of back and forth, but it is a wonderful experience up there as well. And it offers breakfast, afternoon tea, cocktails and hors d'oeuvres in the evening. So that was another additional outlet. But the hotel obviously was a Belmont property through the 90s, and then was transitioned back to local ownership, and as well as Trammell Harlan Crow out of Dallas, Texas. So we have a contingency of local ownership, which is very, very passionate about the hotel, very passionate about New Orleans, obviously. So the hotel's a wonderful place. But at the end of the day, the staff here makes the difference. Yeah. They are the ones that connect our guests with New Orleans and with the hotel. So we have a fantastic repeat clientele base, and we really are a wonderful leisure hotel. While we have 316 suites, 316 rooms, 90%, as I mentioned, are suites. We only have about 11,000 square feet of meeting space. So it really is a leisure hotel, and we can accommodate smaller groups that are very high end and looking for a very customized experience as well.
Sure. Well, and you have the spa too, which is a big attraction for people that want to have that kind of a intimate experience for their meetings or their family, whatever their gatherings or whatnot, and have that as well as the other amenities that you offer.
And the spa is very, like you said, it's intimate. It's only 8 treatment rooms, although it was so popular when it opened, we expanded the locker room. So we didn't necessarily do it to generate more revenue. We did it for a better experience because we just have so many people that go there and spend the entire day. And we have a good mix of local business and regional business as well. So locals embrace the hotel, especially in this room, like we're in the grill room as well.
It's fabulous. I may try later, just so that you all know, to go on my Instagram live and just do a little walk around for you through the hotel, because it's just hard to explain how magnificent it all is. And I'm going to hide our screen for a minute and go through some of these pictures and let Ralph tell us a little bit about them. Just the curation of the pieces and the artwork here is truly incredible and just beautiful. So let's have a look at those, and you'll still be able to hear us while we're going through this. All right, we're gonna see here. Hang on one second. What about now? No, nothing. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, apparently we were having some sound issues, and I'm checking with my helper here to see if we've got sound again or not. Do we have sound? No sound.
I'm still scrolling through the pictures.
Oh, okay. So we must have a little bit of a. So we'll just.
There you are. You're
Okay.
back.
All right. Sound again?
You're back.
Okay, great. So yes, luckily we have my husband helping us here, so we know when we've got sound and when we don't. So we had to unplug the mic, so we might have a little bit of background noise. And I think that maybe showing the pictures are what is clogging things up. So we're gonna stick with me and Ralph here, and he can tell us a little bit right now about. We were talking about the art and that has been curated in the hotel here and how magnificent it is. And later on, I'll do a little walkthrough and show you guys on Instagram Live some of that in a very amateur way. But anyway, in the meantime, let's let Ralph tell us a little bit about this mural behind us. I wish you could see the whole thing because it's fabulous. But yeah, explain this to us a little bit.
Yeah, so this is actually, there's 3 murals in here. We're obviously looking at one of them, but these are the only pieces of art in the hotel that were not original to the hotel in 1984. They were curated by a gentleman named Mr. Osgood in the early 90s when we redesigned the grill room, and they all depict different scenes in New Orleans. This happens to be Jackson Square. We have and we also have a French Market scene in there, and all of the individuals in this mural represent something that from New Orleans history. So you have Moon Landrew, you have Louis Armstrong, that is our original developer, James J. Coleman. You have Harry Connick Jr., Jack Clarkson. So there's many interesting individuals in these. So it's just a wonderful setting. It brought a new life to the hotel when we did this. Yeah. And we have all the information on the murals that depict who they are. I could go on for days, as you can see, because it goes on and on. But I just thought it was a really neat thing to do because it's the only artwork that depicts. It was a way to bring New Orleans into a British themed hotel. Yeah. So I love these, and people love sitting under them. And we have a packet that tells you who everybody is. So you spend a lot of time at a lively lunch here, going through these murals. So it's a neat element of the hotel.
Oh, it's fabulous. Well, one thing I want to shift gears just a little bit because I do want to explain to everybody that this is a Virtuoso property.
It is.
And that is really special, and it is a big deal because when you come here, you get your $100 credit per night for resort credit. So that could be used on dining, spa, anything except for toward your room. Exactly. Yeah. And so that's a big deal. And then you get a breakfast credit, which we're going to use right after this and enjoy at $30 a person. You get early check-in if it's available, late checkout. Like our letter said we could stay till 4 o'clock today. Right. And I'm like wishing, we could have stayed till 4. We can't, but I wish we could because they've got a gorgeous pool up there on the 4th floor of all things. 4th floor
rooftop, but it is a rooftop pool. It's one of the largest outdoor pools in any hotel in the city. So it is definitely a big competitive advantage and is very popular during the hot summer days. And that is why we built the Waterman poolside bar as well. So that's definitely a huge plus. One thing I want to mention with the Virtuoso amenities that we typically have an advantage on is that I mentioned we're a 90% suite hotel. So when you book that guest room, almost 100% of the time, particularly because some of our best clients are Virtuoso members and they're very tied to the property, you're almost automatically guaranteed an upgrade at time of booking.
Oh, wow.
So, some upgrades are, well, you went from this view to this view and a few more square feet. This upgrade is going to bring you from something that's about 400 square feet to a 850 square foot suite, separate living room, French door separated by the bedroom. So it really is a good competitive advantage within our Virtuoso customers who are obviously extremely important to us and we've been part of the program for a very long time.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful, wonderful benefit. We had a very nice upgrade last night. I made a horrible pun when I was doing my Instagram Live last night and said it was a suites upgrade of our suite. Yeah, that was awful. but it was beautiful. I mean, I do have that on my Instagram feed, and it's just gorgeous. Again, beautifully curated, and so very relaxing, nice place to be. And on the Virtuoso, just so any of you watching that aren't familiar with that, need to know that the only way to get those benefits is to go through a Virtuoso travel advisor, such as myself. So you can't just call the hotel and say, I want to make a Virtuoso reservation. They would get a regular reservation. The only way to get those upgrades, get access to that, is through an advisor.
We would connect them to our wonderful, some of our most wonderful advisors like yourself.
Great.
But no, you cannot book those benefits through.
Right. So that's a good thing to know. Okay, so I want to ask you a couple questions about you.
Sure.
And so how did you get into well, first, you're from New Orleans. You're a native of New Orleans. And so that's really special. How did you get into the hotel business? What was your entree?
So, like I said, I grew up in New Orleans. So I was born in 1984 as well when the hotel opened. I was crawling.
You're so young.
I was crawling under these tables. It was this hotel, this restaurant was very important to my family. We had a standing reservation here the third Friday of every month as I was growing up. So it meant something. The hotel meant something to me from childhood. And then I went to local college here, Tulane, and it was right after Hurricane Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed to get a job. I needed to support the family. We lost our house at that time. So I got an overnight front desk and bell position at the hotel in 2006. And I fell in love with it. Yeah. I really did fall in love with it. I worked my way up through the ranks of the front office and managed the entire lobby team there after about 4 years. And then I begged to go to housekeeping and rose to the ranks of housekeeping because I knew that was the other side of the rooms division. Then I went into an endeavor in the food and beverage division. I had no food and beverage experience, and I had proven that I was able to take on some roles even though I didn't have any experience in them. So I went through the food and beverage division and became banquet director, and then got my first executive position at the hotel in 2014 as a director of rooms. And we had a wonderful general manager, my predecessor before me, David Teich, who moved back to Charleston last year, and I took over as general manager in April of 2018. And it is a dream come true. The team here has just been everything to me, and we work together to make this place one of the best hotels in the world.
So this is the only hotel you've ever worked at?
This is pretty much the only big boy job, as I say.
That's great.
that I have. Obviously, I did not go from bellman to GM, but But it's been a wonderful experience. And for 5 years in a row, I had positions that were lateral positions. They were, you wouldn't consider them a promotion, but I would contribute those 5 years to me getting gratification from learning more than. While I made the same amount and did all those things, I was grateful to learn those different areas and learn some patience.
Yeah, gosh, that's great. Well, you have a tremendous experience and everything for somebody so young. I tell you what. So it's interesting to me. My brother has a very similar story. He started very young. I told you before we got on here, parking cars at the Ritz-Carlton in Tyson's Corner, and sort of worked his way up through the ranks. So it's good to see people that love the industry, because the hospitality industry is not necessarily an easy one. And I mean, the hours are kind of crazy. There's a lot of stress. A lot of people don't realize, this is great. You get to go to work at this beautiful hotel every day. But you're juggling a lot of balls and, trying to keep a lot of different people happy and probably putting out some fires here and there. Figuratively speaking.
100%. I mean, listen, there's really 4 customers for us. It's our guests, it's our internal guests, which is the wonderful team we have here, and then it's ownership, and it's our local community. So sometimes it is a lot to juggle, and sometimes what's best for one of those customers isn't best for the other. So, at the end of the day, you take care of the wonderful team we have here, and they take care of our guests, and that's the most important thing, because they are fantastic. And we have many that have been here for over 20 years. And the anchor of the hotel, but they are as hungry today as they were when we first started to provide an amazing experience.
Well, and it really shows through. I mean, last night the people that waited on us and helped us were just so kind and, very personable. And I think I even told you in an email that the woman that took our reservations over the phone was just fabulous. Like, we had this connection and had a nice chat, and it was great. So obviously you have created a culture of positivity and support, and that shows through, and it makes a big difference when you come to stay in a place like this. So
thank you for recognizing that.
Yeah.
I think it's important to note that there are standards, but you want people to be themselves and make a connection more than to be robotic and hit those standards.
Right. Exactly.
You want them to do both.
And that's what you can do when you have the ownership that you're dealing with, and it's not the big corporate.
Exactly.
You get to be have your own culture, and you've obviously created a really good one. So kudos. So what do you do when you're not working? Because I know you work a lot, but so what's your favorite thing? You're right here on the Gulf. Do you fish? Do you play golf?
So I actually don't play golf. Okay. And growing up in New Orleans, I am a huge foodie. Okay,
yeah.
So it could be some long hours. I always love to do a late dinner, try a new restaurant, support something local, whatever that may be. So we do a decent amount of traveling. A lot of it was for business. But my wife and I have a French bulldog, so we spend a lot of time with her as well. She was the queen of doggy Mardi Gras.
Oh wow!
I think to define, we just have such a love for New Orleans and such a love to make our city, to support our city and make it better. So everything we really do, it has that in mind. There's always something to do in New Orleans, whether it's a festival or a food festival, Po' Boy Fest, Crawfish Fest, Fried Chicken Fest. So there's always something to do here. So we like to do that. And then if we want to sneak away, we can sneak away to Lake St. Louis or Florida and just have 3 days away to decompress. And I do love fishing, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I do love fishing and tennis.
Oh, really? I'm a tennis player.
Yeah,
I do. I played for USTA, and I really enjoy it. So, all right, next time I come, we're gonna have to get out on the tennis court.
Okay, we can do that. You're gonna beat me. I'm not. I need some practice.
It's all about the fun. So it's okay.
Absolutely.
Well, and behind the camera there himself is quite the fisherman as well. He loves to fish and lived in the area in Louisiana for a while. So
great! So we're gonna hang. I'm gonna go fishing with
you guys. Go fishing, and you and I'll play tennis, and then I will hang at the pool while you guys fish.
That sounds perfect.
All right,
that sounds perfect.
Okay. Well, I think that about covers it, and it's been great. I really enjoyed talking to you. Can't think of anything else. Is there anything else that you want to share?
No, I just want to share that it's been a pleasure having you. I got very excited when you said you were going to visit the property, even if though it was for a short time. And we want to welcome all Virtuoso guests and agents to the property to see how beautiful it is, but not only that, to experience the team members we have here and have that connection. So. Thank you. I love the Windsor Court, obviously, and I loved the meeting with you this morning. So I appreciate it, and thank you to all the audience.
No, that's great. Quick note for anybody watching: if you haven't done so already, please go to my website, which you see scrolling across the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom of the homepage and put your email address in, and I will be able to send you some updates and good information about Virtuoso properties and opportunities. Also, the next couple weeks, I don't have all the dates nailed down yet, but we're going to Portugal, Australia, New Zealand, and there's one other that I can't remember right now, but I'm getting all the lives set up, and so planning to do it every week, and please join again. So.
I'm virtually going to go there with you.
Well, good. Yeah, well, I'll let you know when it's happening.
Okay.
So, all right. Okay.
Thank you.